Before we begin our journey with Cultastic, we want to remind all our listeners. This podcast is a creative and educational exercise. The scenarios and discussions presented here are purely fictional and theoretical, exploring the concept of cults in a controlled, imaginative context. This is not a real cult, nor do we advocate or support the creation of any such groups in reality. If you or someone you love might be involved in a real cult, or if you have concerns about potentially harmful group dynamics, it's important to seek help. Remember, understanding and awareness are key in recognizing and preventing the dangers of real cults. Stay informed, stay safe, and enjoy Cultastic as a thought-provoking exploration, not a guide to action.
And now, a word from the founder of Heavenly Haven, John Featherbottom, with a sermon entitled, A Call to Renewal, Embracing God's Intentions for Heavenly Haven.
My beloved disciples of Heavenly Haven, as I stand before you today, I am filled with a deep sense of urgency and purpose. For too long have we strayed from the path laid out before us by our divine Creator. For too long have we allowed ourselves to be swayed by worldly temptations and distractions, forsaking the sacred tenets upon which this commune was founded. It is time for us to heed the call of renewal, to recommit ourselves to the principles that have guided us thus far. It is time for us to reclaim our spiritual heritage and embrace God's intentions for Heavenly Haven with renewed fervor and dedication. Let us first reflect upon the tenets that have shaped the foundation of our commune, guiding us on our journey towards enlightenment and salvation. The first tenet, unity and respect, calls upon us to honor the inherent dignity and worth of every member of our community. Yet, I fear that we have allowed discord and division to seep into our midst, fracturing the bonds of fellowship that once united us as one. Brothers and sisters, we must strive to mend these rifts and restore harmony to our commune. We must embrace one another with open hearts and open minds, recognizing that our diversity is our greatest strength. Only then can we truly embody the spirit of unity and respect that lies at the heart of God's intentions for us. The second tenet, stewardship of our possessions, reminds us of our responsibility to care for the gifts that have been bestowed upon us by our benevolent Creator. Yet, I fear that we have become complacent in our stewardship, squandering our resources and neglecting the sacred trust that has been placed in our hands. We must rededicate ourselves to the principles of frugality and conservation, recognizing that every possession we possess is a sacred gift from God. Let us be mindful of our consumption and mindful of our waste, for the earth is our true mother and father, and it is our duty to care for it as such. The third tenet, honoring our parents and elders, calls upon us to respect the wisdom and guidance of those who have come before us. Yet, I fear that we have forsaken this sacred duty, allowing pride and arrogance to cloud our judgment and lead us astray. We must humble ourselves before the wisdom of our elders, seeking their counsel and guidance in all things. Let us honor their legacy by living lives of integrity and virtue, for it is through their example that we will find our way back to the path of righteousness. And finally, the fourth tenet, fidelity in relationships, reminds us of the sanctity of the bonds that unite us in love and commitment. Yet, I fear that we have betrayed this sacred trust, allowing jealousy and infidelity to poison our hearts and minds. We must recommit ourselves to the principles of fidelity and devotion, honoring the vows we have made to one another and to God. Let us cherish the love that binds us together, nurturing it with care and tenderness. For it is through our relationships that we find our greatest joy and fulfillment. My dear brothers and sisters, the time has come for us to reclaim our spiritual heritage and embrace God's intentions for Heavenly Haven with renewed fervor and dedication. Let us heed the call of renewal and rise to meet the challenges that lie before us, knowing that with God's grace, all things are possible. May we walk this journey together, hand in hand, as we strive to fulfill God's intentions for us and for Heavenly Haven. Amen.
Curious about where this journey will take us? Subscribe to Cultastic, or How to Start a Cult, without really trying on your favorite podcast platform or at roguemedianetwork.com. Let's build this mission to save the people of Earth, week by unpredictable week.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Visit roguemedianetwork.com to find your new favorite podcast.